how would you describe your brother's body type?
Creative.
I don't even know what that means.
Creative.
Hey man,
His body type.
You got a thick ass brother, man.
No fat shaming. That's how you get canceled.
I'm gonna bleep all this shit in.
That's how you get canceled quick as hell.
Real
Gotta
life.
be careful.
Thick is a
nowadays.
good thing though. Thick is good.
Yeah.
I'm not now outside of a safe space. I'm not about to describe a man like that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not going to jail or prison and describing somebody as thick.
This nigga thick as hell.
You know what I'm saying?
Thick
Like,
as hell.
hey, thick man. How you been working out and eating good?
Big booty Jude.
Big booty Rudy.
Big booty ass.
Look, man, what it do, man? It's AD in studio today. You already see on the camera right there. You see their face, man. We got my brother B Harris, his brother, real brother, ANTMVLA. Welcome. Come on, clap it up. Come on. Clap for yourself.
Yeah.
Beautiful. J Jack is also in the building, my guy. So first of all, thank y'all for y'all time. Thank you for being here.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Yeah, most definitely.
This is definitely coffee in these coffee cups.
Yeah.
All right, respect. All right, love. I like the double cup coffee is a beautiful thing. We're gonna go all over the place. I got a lot. Like I know a little bit about you. I also appreciate you. I consider you a friend before Barber B Harris.
Definitely.
But I definitely do appreciate your work.
Hell
Your
yeah,
work is crazy, and the fact that I can get cut by you is a beautiful thing. Man, I feel good. Look, hit me up, ladies. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all both have very unique individual crafts. You're really brothers. You're both creatives, marketing savvy. We're gonna talk about a lot. We're gonna jump around. Both from Detroit, right?
Yes, sir.
And so you've had some journeys. I love the journeys that I see, that I know about, but I also want to learn more about the journeys. So we're gonna take all the way back. Your first cut. When did you start cutting, B?
I got started cutting when I was 13. Growing up in the hood, you ain't got money like that.
In Detroit, right?
Yeah, in Detroit.
Right.
You ain't got money like that, but it was a lot of kids that was a little bit more fortunate than me that could, always had their haircuts crispy, once a week. On Fridays, we had, free dress days, so you could dress down because we wore uniforms to my school. I went to Chandler Park Academy.
Yep. To a prep school.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that.
So on Fridays, everybody could dress down, so that was the day you really showed out. And sometimes I couldn't afford to go get my hair cut. My mom, single mom, 4 kids, no daddy in the household. So, I had to figure it out. So I got my first pair of clippers from my grandma. It was actually some hand-me-down clippers from my father. He was incarcerated. He's still incarcerated right now. But it was some hand-me-down clippers, and I got them. And I just started practicing on myself.
And B, bring that mic to you. My fault. Go ahead. Keep going. My fault.
I just started practicing on myself. You good? I just started practicing on myself, and I was fucking my hair up. I'm gonna be honest. I was fucking my hair up. I'm going to school, and people like, who cut your hair? And I'm like, I don't want to really say it. They like, they pushing your shit back. They pushing your shit back and this, that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just like capping. You know what I mean? Blaming it on somebody else and just ignoring and not saying shit. You know how kids is. And then eventually I got better. Once I got better on myself, and then people started saying like, damn, man, who cut your hair? Like more in a positive manner. And before you know it, I just started cutting my brothers. He was my first victim. You feel me? This honest to God, he was my first victim. He was the first victim. You know what I mean?
Going through it.
Getting his shit, fucking his shit up a little bit. And then eventually, it wasn't as bad as my fuck up was on myself, but fucking his hair up over time, then I learned, what look good and what don't, and what look right and what don't look right, And, I started getting better, and then my uncle Wu, he owned a barber shop in Detroit, east side of Detroit, right down the street from our house. I would say like right around the corner. I used to go to his shop, and I come in with, airs on my hair, and he would tell me, like, you trying to learn how to cut hair? You need to do this, you need to do that. And he was telling me, saucing me, giving me the jewels on how to do this shit. And I think that's what got me better. Before you know it, people walking past the barbershop, and my uncle like, who cut your hair? He like, your nephew did this. He like, oh. And then when I first got that, like, how what do I want to say? When I first got that critique from him,
right?
You know, he actually said something positive about it. I kind of took off from there. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I started cutting people in the neighborhood, and you know, I took it all the way through college, and from there it was on. Man, from there it was on.
And so, in college-wise, since we on there right now, you kind of dipped and dabbled, right? You did BG, UT, you some Owens time.
Yeah.
What was like the best space for you, and why, and what took you from BG to UT? Like what?
Okay, so it's a crazy story. So, my school was a college preparatory school,
right?
So, once I started doing applications for different schools, I went all over Ohio, you know, Howard University, all kind of shit, and I was getting acceptance letters from different schools first, and I was getting some people saying, "Nah," you know what I mean, like, we don't want you. Your grades ain't up to par, or this ain't. Some schools was real serious, but BG had reached out to me. They was one of the first schools to reach out to me, and they gave me an academic scholarship. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna hop on this. You know what I mean? They giving me the most money, so I chose to go to BG. My mom like, you gotta get the fuck up out of here. Ain't nothing good in the hood. I had a little girlfriend. She like, no, all that gotta go. You gotta get up out of here. I know what happened. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I bounced out and went to BG. Didn't know nobody. You feel me? Predominantly white school. You feel me? So it was a culture shock for me. But went to BG, enjoyed it. Best times of my life. Right. Had a ball. Started meeting people and learning about culture, diversity, and it was some black folks down there. I ended up finding out about that. The black community is different. Found out about them, and I jacked up my first semester. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, right.
I flunked out.
You're having fun.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's easy to do that when you walk into that environment of straight peers, right? People at your age. You're a youthful adolescent. You're youthful, right? You're young, and it's a whole lot of stuff going on. Let me get in. Let me just tap into
serious.
it. Yeah, like I can get like it's fun time. Like I see how easy it can happen for real.
Yeah. So I got a little lost, and then I picked up the slack second semester. And I did really good, like outstanding. BG put me on like some academic probation,
right?
And instead of staying, I chose to take a breather, because I'm like, I gotta figure out how to learn how to balance life and academics at the same time. I didn't know how to do that, so let me go ahead and figure out life first. Coming from the inner city of Detroit, where you don't have as many resources,
right?
I gotta figure out where my resources are, and I gotta get my shit together. So I ended up commuting over to community school, and I went to Owens Community College, and then I graduated from there with like a 3.5 GPA. I got my associates in communications, and I minored in entrepreneurship. And then after that, took another break, and then I went to University of Toledo. And the reason why I chose University of Toledo was because it was way cheaper than BG.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's way cheaper than BG. I would say about like $4,000 or $5,000 cheaper. So I was able to pocket some money. Right. You know what I mean? Compared to having to come out of pocket for a little bit. So that's how I ended up at University of Toledo. Right. And that's when I finally figured out like what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. But at this time though, I still didn't want to be a barber. I thought I was going to be a corporate guy.
Even though you were cutting hair. I'm
still cutting.
You was cutting on campus.
I never stopped. I never stopped cutting. So I'm like,
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I kept putting it on the back burner because I'm like, ain't no money in cutting hair. Right. I got to go get this degree, go get a corporate job.
Ain't no money in cutting.
Yeah, ain't no money in cutting. Let me go ahead.
You right now, that's right.
It's crazy. Let me go get this degree so I can go get this corporate job.
Right.
And graduate with my degree. So I ended up graduating with my bachelor's in public relations, social media focus.
Yes.
And the same thing, I minored in entrepreneurship also. And then I came to Finley.
And then so after school you went into, because you were doing loans, right, or lending for Huntington or not. Yeah.
Damn, how you be doing all this?
Come on, man. Hey, man, come on, man.
He is good.
But so even still, then you didn't go. Because I'm assuming you're still barbering on the side or part time.
Yeah.
So what took you there to that space, to the bank space, and then what took you from the bank space to actually pursuing barbering full time?
I got you. So I would say fresh out of college, I was working in sales. I did sales all through college on top of cutting hair. That was our major thing. I also did personal training on the side.
Come on.
You gotta get into all that. But I was doing sales for Best Buy. I did sales for Home Depot. And I think that's it. I had a heavy sales background. I did that for a very long time. And then I picked up like a little AutoZone job, which I was working since I was 17. I did that part time also. But
the cars make sense then. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Full circle.
So when I graduated, I started doing applications for different sites, Glassdoor, Indeed, and just getting a lot of feedback from different people and different companies. And I had interviews there. I went to Columbus, did an interview for I can't think of the name of the company right now, but they also do home lending online.
Okay.
And I don't know why the banks were getting at me, but I started to notice that to have certain jobs, you gotta have banking experience because they want to trust you when it comes to like banking jobs and corporate jobs. They want you to see some type of banking experience or administration experience. Sense. So I took the banking job. Not Home Depot, I'm sorry. Huntington.
Right.
Here in town. The corporate office, which is upstairs in the bank. They contacted me for an interview. I went in. They was offering me a nice little salary. $55,000 fresh out of college. That was cool to me. I'm like, that's good. You know what I mean? Kind of find out that ain't nothing. But I took it. And that's how I ended up in home lending. And I did that for a year and a half. And I hated that shit. I hated corporate life. That shit is terrible. Having to come to work on time, dress up. You got people on your ass about reports. And, you got people talking down to you just like you just a number. Right. I ain't like that. You know what I mean? I ain't like that. But like I said, in the midst of all this, I'm still cutting, but it ain't like what I do now.
Right.
You know what I mean? It ain't what like I do now.
Part of the journey, right?
Yeah.
And then, so were you at Cliffs at that time, or had you, or did you go to Cliffs after you dropped the corporate life?
Okay, so the way I met Cliff, I was messing around with this girl, and she was telling me like, "You really good at cutting hair," and I didn't heard that my whole life, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool, but like, ain't no money in it.
Right.
And she was like, you should go check out this barbershop. His name Cliff. And Cliff's Corner Barbershop in Philly. And I'm
shout
like,
okay,
okay,
Cliff,
cool.
By the way.
Yeah, shout out to Cliff. Shout out to So I'm like, I go check it out. I go look at my DMs. I scroll through my DMs and I go to try to find them because I'm thinking like, I remember somebody hit me up about coming work at a barbershop, but I didn't know exactly who it was, and I went back and kind of find out it was Cliff that hit me up. Like, hey man, you ever thought about taking cutting hair shit serious? And I'm like, I just didn't respond to it. Right. I'm like, whatever. But when she told me that, I went back and messaged him. I said, I get off lunch. I go to lunch at 12. I'm still at the bank, and I'm like, let me go see what's up. You know what I mean? I want to see what's going on. So I go into the shop. I come to the shop. This bitch ghetto as hell. You know what I mean? Bitch ghetto as hell. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not about to make no money doing this shit. I'm looking at it. He ain't even cutting hair in this motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck going on? But he telling me, like, this is the thing that's crazy about Cliff, though. He was telling me, like, how much you making at the bank? Cliff got that DMX voice. How much money you making at the bank? And I told him, and he like, nah. He's like, you gonna make more money than that doing this. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, for real? I'm like, this nigga lying. He's just trying to get me to work for him. He's trying to get me, he ain't really... I'm thinking he lying. So I'm like, he's like, he told me the whole spiel, and he was like, hey man, look, just come see me. If you think about it, let me know. So at that point in time, I go back and I'm like, I tell the chick that I was messing with at the time, I'm like, hey man, I'm thinking about going to do this shit, but I'm gonna do it like with baby steps. And I start doing it on my lunch.
Right. Okay.
That's crazy.
You really have a process for everything.
Yeah.
Like you're calculating. I was telling him you are mad calculated.
Yeah, I started doing it on
my baby steps.
Hell yeah, I started because look, at this time I got a kid. You know what I mean? I got responsibilities.
Right.
And I got to make sure I got money flow coming in, and I can't dibble and dabble and everything because I got to stay consistent with what's making me the most money. And at the time, it was the bank.
So this is full goal. Like.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna go stay there. So I'm doing it on my lunch. I'm going to Cliffs, cutting hair, and I start cutting, and I wasn't making shit. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm about to do this shit. And then one day, I went to the bank, and I just had a bad day. I had a bad-ass day. I showed up like 15 minutes late. It was on a Friday, which is report day. I go upstairs, you know what I mean? They talking about all these loans and how many people got these millions of dollars and they spending, and I'm like, I ain't making shit for real for all these motherfuckers with all these millions. And I ended up getting off work early that day, and I just went straight to the barbershop. And I said, I'm about to take walk-ins. I'm about to sit here and take walk-ins. And I stood there, took walk-ins. I walked out of there. I probably made like 120 in like 2 hours. And I'm like, at that point in time, I'm like, damn, that's good.
$60 an hour.
I'm like, shit, that's good. That's better than that bank. Met up with a couple of friends, talked to a couple of different mentors that's in the barber industry, and just asked them. And then I found out that, you know, barbers make buka bucks when you good.
Right, okay, right.
When you good. At the point in time, I was okay. I wasn't good. So I said, I'm going to take the leap of faith and put everything I got into this.
Right.
So I took my last little savings, bought clippers, bought the setup. You feel me? I had a hand-me-down chair from my homie Derek. Shout out to Derek, my boy Derek. He cut hair also. He in Atlanta right now, but I bought a cheap-ass chair for him for like $50. It was an old-school chair. This motherfucker had to be made in like the 80s. It was yellow. It was old-school, ugly as hell. Bought that, and I set up shop. Quit my job. Literally walked in the next day, told him, hey, look, I want to resign.
Right.
This ain't
the next day.
The next day.
You knew it.
I said, I want to resign. I'm done. I'm going straight into what I'm passionate about, and that's cut hair. I got to do something different. You know, I didn't like going to a 9-to-5. It wasn't for me. So I'm like, I want to be my own boss. I want to do something that's going to level me up and make sure my kids eat. So I'm like, I'm going to take everything I got to this haircut shit, not knowing if it's going to go or not. You feel me? I ain't even know.
It went. It's going.
I ain't even know. So, let her on the line, you know what I mean? Then I became who I was. It's crazy. Like, just kept grinding, kept cutting as hard as I could. Everything I wanted to post on social media, I made sure it was my best work.
Right.
And if it wasn't, I wasn't posting it.
Right.
And I just stayed consistent. Started surrounding myself around people that were like-minded, like me, you know, wanted to do something, wanted to strive and do better. Start traveling, you know what I mean? And
You be moving.
yeah, I started traveling. And
Y'all be moving. Yeah, the team. You
yeah.
Come on.
I started traveling and meeting other barbers and going to different shops and going to salons and looking at all the different aspects of the barber world. And I'm like, shit, this is me. I like it. You know, I enjoy it. So I took my ass to Toledo and I went to Paul Mitchell Cosmetology School, which was different for me. It was actually fun. I ain't gonna lie. It was just me surrounded around a whole bunch of girls. I enjoyed that. That wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? That was cool. But couldn't nobody cut hair at cosmetology school.
So you stood out, I'm assuming.
Definitely. Like, I stood out so much. The school was trying to offer me $20 an hour to work after I graduated from the school. So I was the only, first, I was the, it was only 3 black people there, which was different out of 160 students or something like that.
Especially in Toledo.
Yeah. But it was, Paul Mitchell was like a prestigious school for doing hair.
I used to see my mom used to have the Paul Mitchell bottles. That's the reason I know about
and they
Paul
products
Mitchell.
is mad expensive. But I chose to go to college school because I felt like I already knew how to cut hair because I was self-taught.
And at this time, you already got a college degree.
I already got a college degree. Yeah. So I used up all my financial aid. I had a pinch left of financial aid. I think college school was $8,000. I used $4,000 of my financial aid. I had to pay the other $4,000 out of pocket.
But
I was already cutting hair at this point in time.
You was in it.
I was already in it. You feel me? So,
man, no, I loved it. So I want to shift gears a little bit. One, I don't know what it is, but you like look like Detroit. There's nowhere else that you would be from. Like, you're not from like Dayton or New Jersey or Muncie, Indiana. I don't know why you'd be from Muncie, Indiana, but you look Detroit for whatever that means. But guys grew up in Detroit. Well, how was life growing up in Detroit? How was it? You had a mom, single mom, 4 kids, right? So how was family life? And it comes to the program too. Like,
yes, sir.
So B, you're the oldest, and are you the second oldest or
no? I'm third.
Third.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm you second to the youngest.
Yeah.
Okay. How was life just broadly for each of you? How was life growing up, coming up with 3 other siblings, with your mom, and in the city of Detroit, state of Michigan?
To me, it was a normal upbringing for real. Right. It was fun.
It's crazy. You don't. As a kid, you don't start seeing like differences until you see other families or like get older.
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's not how everybody grow up.
Yeah. Now that I got older, I do be looking back at some shit like, nah, I probably shouldn't have been doing that. Or like that was bad.
And it go both ways too, right? Because if I'm like, if I live in a very wealthy community as an 8-year-old and then start growing up and you see other individuals that didn't, okay, so not everybody grew up like this. Or if I grew up super poor and you start seeing rich ass families, okay, they have no idea how I grew up, right? So like you really have no idea until you start getting older. Y'all had a fun childhood though.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad for real.
That's real.
Skateboarding through the hood.
So you skateboarded too?
Yeah.
This is a family thing, huh?
Hell yeah.
Man.
We used to be up the block sliding.
Shirtless, nigga.
Shirtless, flying in the hood. Everybody like, who the fuck is this? Slide. For real, it wasn't too many people that skateboarded, so it was like when you seen somebody else skateboarding, like you would see like a random other black dude skateboard. Like.
I don't know if I ever, maybe I never noticed it. I mean, I lived both. I lived in Centerville, Ohio, which is the burbs of the burbs, wealthy area, but I also lived in inner city Dayton and San Antonio.
Yeah.
I don't really know how many black people I saw on a skateboard, if any, to be honest. And
You
either
don't see
so,
it like
yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's different.
So how the hell did that start? Who picked up a skateboard first and
He
why?
did, but I don't remember why though.
I'll tell y'all. So, I grew up in the era where the hottest rappers was Wayne. You feel me? Who else was around that time? I listened to a lot of Wayne, Currency, Wiz Khalifa. Them was my people. Like that was the music I listened to.
Right.
So when Wayne started skateboarding, I'm like, if Wayne's skating, I'm about to start skating. You feel me?
Come on.
So once I seen him skate, I'm like, I'm about to do the same shit. You feel me? Because the nigga hot. You
Right.
feel me? He hot. I'm about to start doing
It's
it.
Wayne.
And I growing up, I always wanted to be different. You feel me? We grew up catwalking, riding bikes, and popping wheelies through the hood and shit like that. But that's what everybody doing. I'm like, I'm about to learn how to skateboard. Fuck it. Man. Now, and I was always into the girls, so I'm like, I think the bitches might fuck with this shit. So I'm like, I'm about to go ahead and do it. You feel me? And to come to find out, I like the shit.
Man.
It's cool.
And they used to be bringing that bitch to school.
Like in the beginning, did you bust your ass at all?
Oh, hell yeah.
Skateboard hurt.
I did it like 3 times and I was done. I'm like, no, I'm not coordinated for this.
To this day from skateboard.
Hell yeah.
Permanent.
And stayed with it.
Stay with it.
So okay, I said we're gonna jump around, but and how was B as an older brother?
They used to get on my nerves.
Why?
What?
Why? I'm saying why you like.
Just used to be doing bush. I guess like normal big brother shit.
That's
Just
real.
fucking with you and shit like
I feel
that.
like it's the opposite. I feel like the little brother get on the big brother nerves. No?
No, hell
No.
no.
Like that.
You okay? See, I was.
No, but that's how like he used to fuck with me, then I used to fuck with my little brother.
It was like a
It
domino
was like
effect.
yeah.
That's messed up.
But other than that, no, he was cool though.
My
I
brother
feel like we
ain't
got
nothing to do with
cooler
it.
like as I got older. Like we got cooler.
That's real, right?
Well, when I was younger, hell no. I wasn't fucking with him.
We were too far in age.
I wasn't fucking
Because
with him.
what is the gap? The age gap?
I'm 24. You
4
20?
years apart. I'm
Oh,
about to be
yeah,
29
Oh yeah.
in January.
Oh yeah. So it's
Okay,
4
right,
years.
okay.
4 years. Yeah,
So we 4
So
years
it's
apart.
okay.
So I'm in high school. He in middle school. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
That's
right,
how
right.
I always was. By the time he got to high school, I
Yeah,
was
he was
gone.
already
Yeah, as soon as I got to high
Yeah.
school, he was leaving.
No, that yeah.
So
man.
the age group was different, and then you feel me. All I had was our family was weird. All my cousins and shit was either older than me or his age.
Okay.
So I was always left alone.
You was in your own spot.
Yeah, I had to fuck with either kids that was younger than me, or I had to fuck with the big dogs.
That's real.
Motherfuckers that's really doing shit and a little bit older. So I dabbled and dabbled in both, but I would say I fucked more with the older individuals than
Okay.
the younger.
That reads.
You know.
I definitely reads. Definitely
Yeah.
reads. No, my brother ain't. He didn't rock with me at all. So I was the annoying one. He tried. He didn't want nothing to do with me.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So yes, it's just a beautiful thing to have a brother that annoys you, messes with you.
Yeah.
What got you into videography? When did that start for you? You're 24 now.
Yeah, I'm 24.
How long you been doing it for?
Like really doing it probably since, let me think, probably like 2018. Probably like 2018 is when I really started.
So like 4 years. So you was at the age of 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know what your preferred title is, right? But videographer. I know you.
Yeah, no,
do
videographer.
Music videos, but I'm sure you do a lot more than music videos. Also.
Yeah. Video, it's cool. It don't matter.
Okay.
For real.
What-
They see what's going on.
No, you definitely see it. We see it. We see it.
But
you're just like your brother. You master your craft,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like you see if you did. I don't know what it is in y'all DNA. Whatever y'all take on, y'all really immerse
Nah,
yourselves.
we some creative
in the craft.
motherfuckers, yeah, for sure.
Fuck is this?
But yeah, I've been doing this since like seriously since like 2018. So.
And what made you get into it?
Well, before videos, I was doing graphic design, like cover art and all that shit, or whatever. I was doing that all in high school. Like everybody knew I used to do all the cover art, like make clothing designs.
Didn't go to school for this at all.
Never.
Just dove into it.
Nah, yeah. So I was doing all the cover arts, whatever. Like reaching out. I used to do it for free too, like reaching out to artists, like big artists, like just doing them.
Getting your catalog, getting your name.
Yeah. Just doing it. It was for fun, whatever. So then I went after graphic design, photography. I was like, it was in like high school. I was just the yearbook, taking pictures around the school, whatever. But I never really thought to do videos or whatever like that. But I used to love watching music videos.
Right.
Like Young Thug, my favorite artist. So I used to, free Young Thug, by the way. But no, I used to watch a lot of music videos. But I never really thought to do it until I really got to college. And I went to BG too for one semester.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, you ain't got them. Yeah.
Niggas did not last.
Yeah. No, I went.
BG a dangerous place.
Bro, I literally went to BG. This is really why I started doing videos. Though. I went to BG for this literally one semester. Then I was going for graphic design. It wasn't even for videos.
Right.
So I dropped out a week before was it finals week or whatever. I dropped out because I went to my teacher. I don't know why, but I was failing all my art classes. But that was sweet though. Like my stuff was sweet, and I kept failing. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck going on. I was failing everything, but I was really taking I was really doing it.
That's irritating.
So then I had a video class. Upset. Yeah, I had a video class. This is what made me really get the fuck on. I had a video class, and I went to. We had a week to do it was like whatever type of video you wanted to do or whatever.
Right.
So I did a video. It was like I forgot what type of video it was. It was sweet though, and I had it done. And the next day it was already done.
Right.
So in the art class you got to present it like to the whole class, and you got to explain everything like why you did it, you know. So I put my presentation up on there on the board. Everybody watched the video. Everybody like, oh my, like they like it. They like, oh, this sweet. Oh, how you do it? Like everybody like, how you do this? Whatever. Making stuff go through the walls like it was crazy shit. So they like, how you doing this? Whatever. So then my professor, she told me, she said, you didn't do this.
Oh.
I swear, she said, you didn't do this. I said, what? She said, you didn't do that. How did you do that?
Oh, I'd have been hot.
I snapped. I swear to God, I snapped on her instantly and walked out.
And you was done after
I was done. I ain't going to none of these fucking classes. She said, you didn't do that.
The teacher said
you ain't do it?
She said, you did not do that. She said, how did you do that? She tried to have me stay at the class and all that.
Mind you, she probably couldn't do it.
She sure the hell couldn't. That's why I got the fuck out of there. I left. I literally left, and I ain't go to class. I ain't tell my mama nothing. I just kept. Like, I just wake up.
Was she mad when she found out?
Oh yeah, she she probably still mad. No, so yeah. After that, then I'm like, oh, I just gotta figure something else out.
That's real.
So then, after that, I start working at FedEx.
Okay.
And I was just going to work at FedEx, just normal, just normal, whatever. I was still in Bowling Green at this time too, so I'm just going to FedEx, whatever. And I'm like, this ain't it. I wasn't happy doing that shit with packaging them trailers. Oh hell no. So then I met this girl, whatever, Lex. I met her, and she was going to Kent at the time, and she used to drive down every day or whatever like that. So then, no, I was still at BG. Yeah. But I wasn't going to class. Like I was just there. I was just had an apartment there.
Okay.
Just chilling, whatever, and just working. But I had to figure out a way to get a camera. Now, when I was going to BG, you could rent a camera, but you only can rent it for like a couple, like I think it was like 3 days. You can rent it, but you got to return it.
Was it you renting from West Hall at the time, or was this Cullen Center? Where were you renting from?
I think it was the Cullen Center.
Cullen Center.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Just rent it, but you can only rent it for like 3 days, and you got to come back and check it in. And if don't nobody else had their name signed, you can. Yeah. So that's how I was using the camera for the end. And but then when I stopped going to BG, I used to just have my friends just sign it and get the camera. You feel me? Like let's figure it out. But I was just shooting videos. Like I make music too, so I was just shooting some of my videos, my friends' videos. But then like after that, that's why I said I met this girl, whatever, Lex, and she had a Best Buy credit card.
This sound reckless.
She had a Best Buy credit card, and then she knew I wanted to do the camera stuff with her, so she was like, "You can use my credit card," because she never used it. She just had it it was like a $2,000 limit. So so I'm like, let's go get the camera. So then that's when I got the camera, the Sony A6 300. I think it was probably like $800 to $1,000 at the time. Got the camera, and that's really when I started shooting. I still ain't have like no good videos or whatever. It was just like people around the school, like the campus, or whatever. Just And then at this time I was still doing the graphic design, like cover art, just making a couple dollars every here and now and then. And then randomly Pablo Skywalker had hit me up.
Okay.
A Detroit rapper. He had hit me up on Instagram. Like, you trying to shoot?
Hell of a name.
Yeah, Pablo Skywalker.
Yeah, funny character.
No, Pablo, yeah. So he I don't remember what made him DM me or anything, but he DM'd me. He was like, "You trying to shoot a video?" And I'm like, "Yeah," but he was in Detroit, and I ain't really have no reliable car at the time.
Right.
So I'm like, but my girl had a car, so
This nigga girl had everything.
so
She's a plug for you.
yeah. So she drove me to Detroit to shoot the video. Well, actually, no, she let me use her car to drive to Detroit. Shot the video, and that's really when like everybody started hitting me up for the videos. That was like the first time. I don't even remember why.
Is that the first video you shot?
Not the first video, but like a real artist who actually, you know,
He
like he was a Pablo was real known. He's still known to this
That
day.
nigga like 100K, I think.
Yeah, Pablo, he was like a big time Detroit rapper.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't remember what made him DM me, but he just DM me like, "What's up? You in the city? Let's shoot," or whatever like that.
And did you guys know each other before this? Or,
No.
So he saw some of your work somewhere. I'm assuming,
Yeah,
right?
like
Or-
I don't know if it was like my cover art or
Yeah.
what, but I ain't had no real videos out. But he DM'd me one day. I don't remember why. And then he just ever since then we probably was shooting like every day. So I was literally driving from BG to Detroit
To shoot with him.
every day.
Man.
And I ain't even tell him that I was living in Ohio because I ain't want him to be like, you feel me?
It goes
like,
somewhere more convenient.
yeah,
Like, man,
yeah.
like, no,
So I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm, about to
I'm
just-
here. Yes.
So I was driving there every day to shoot. I think I was getting paid like probably $300-400 every video.
Right.
So then all this, throughout this whole time I'm still doing cover art, and that's really how everybody else just start seeing my work.
Man.
But that's how I start shooting videos. Though.
And then when did you go full time with the videos? Was it from that point on, or like
Well,
what?
yeah, from that point on,
Okay.
I stopped working and everything.
Man.
Never had a job since.
Man.
Yeah,
Love it.
Yep. Love it,
I believe it.
love it, live it, bleed it. If it was
No,
food, I'd eat it.
Messing with y'all, man. No, okay. So here I want to do a little game. It's called Fast Favorites. And so what we're gonna do is with each of y'all in y'all own separate categories. It's really quick. So since you on the mic, Ant, we're gonna start with you.
Yeah.
What is Ant short for, by the way?
My real name?
Yeah,
Anthony.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
My son's middle name is Anthony.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
Gotta
name,
be a
man.
good kid. Good
yeah,
kid.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We're gonna keep him off the skateboards. We're gonna. No, I'm talking shit. So fast favorites. Favorite brand of camera.
That's hard. It's too many good cameras. But I'm gonna just say my camera, Lumix.
Oh, you use Lumix?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Hey, man, look. I don't know nothing about cameras, but I know that. Okay.
Lumix.
Favorite software to use for editing.
Adobe Premiere.
Okay. Would you partner that with something, or would you just?
After Effects.
Okay, I tried to use After Effects, and it
That's
really,
for the real.
Man,
The real one.
Man, I was in it for like 30 minutes. I'm like, no, I'm cool. I'm
Nah,
cool.
After Effects a headache.
Oh my goodness.
It's good though.
But you have fun with it?
Yeah, it's like for VFX. It's like for like in-depth editing. But if you're trying to edit a music video, but if you're trying to really put like VFX, make your head spin around the table, like that's how people be doing all that crazy
But
stuff.
I'll be seeing your stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. So like, that's how you do it though, in After Effects.
Yeah, After
Oh my
Effects.
goodness. Favorite thing to shoot?
OnlyFans. Sorry, no. Favorite thing to shoot, as in like what? Like just anything.
Piece of content, yeah.
I like treatment music videos.
Okay.
Like not just running gun videos, like with a little thought behind it.
That's real.
Yeah.
With that said, sorry, we in the little game here right now. But run and gun. What is the run and gun series?
All right, running gun. Well, running gun is really when you just pull your camera out, just start shooting. Like
Okay.
no thought, no anything.
Y'all
like
ain't script nothing now.
nothing.
Okay.
Like we pull up, we just about to shoot.
Okay.
That's running
There's a
gun.
language for this shit.
No,
You're
really.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Terminology like that shit, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's running gun. So like that's most of the videos I shoot. We just find a location. All right, pull out the camera and shoot it.
Right.
Turn it into something.
Okay.
That's running gun. So I basically just made a series of like, cause I've been trying to figure out a way like on YouTube, like, all right, what's another way creatives like videographers can make money,
Right.
on their own. Cause when you shoot a video for somebody, most of the time you're not getting paid after that video is dropped. You know what I'm saying?
You're not getting royalties from
no
like that.
no royalties or nothing. So I'm like, how about you just take the footage, disassemble it, and just post the clips on YouTube?
That's smart as hell.
No, especially for someone that's like, well, one, if I'm a fan of the artist, I see the behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
Or that aspect. But then two, if I'm a videographer, okay, I get to see his mind, his process.
Exactly,
here, right? Like,
yeah. And then if you really think about it, that's what people want to see. They just want to see like, what y'all would like, because he probably messed up in the part of the video that nobody
Right.
ever gonna see.
Right.
So it's kind of like a vlog, but broken down.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so that's basically what that is.
I like it.
I think that's gonna go crazy though.
Okay,
It's something I'm just starting up. But
got a full-fledged intro for it and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what is this running gun? I don't know what it means. Like,
yeah,
but,
it's literally just broken up clips from the video.
I like it. Okay. Favorite music video you've ever done?
Favorite one. I'll say my friend C Mill 444. He from Detroit too.
Okay.
But we shot a video in Cali for a song called Sun Kiss.
Okay. Ooh,
Crazy.
title crazy. Yeah.
The song crazy too.
Man, that's the favorite one. Why is it your favorite?
You just gotta see it.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. It looked like every time somebody asks me about that video, they think a whole team did it. Like I did all that by myself. The drone shots, everything.
No, it's crazy.
Man. I'm telling you, you just gotta watch it.
It's crazy. It's very.
It's hard, bro.
How many cameras do you own?
Well, I got 2 now, but at that time I had 1.
Man, so you don't. Okay, you doing all this with just
Everything,
2 cameras?
yeah.
Or and at the time?
No, at the time just 1, yeah. And the drone.
Man, that's crazy.
That video crazy, bro.
Do you shoot with teams now, or is it just a solo?
No, I got like teams. Like sometimes solo, sometimes I had like photographers pull up or people help. So,
Okay,
yeah.
that's real.
But most of the time it's by myself though.
Man, that's nice.
Yeah, no, that video crazy, bro. You gotta watch it.
On an average shoot, whatever an average shoot is to you, how long will it take?
Average shoot. It really depends, cause some people.
I'm sure you may have different rates or different like.
Yeah,
I don't know,
it depends on like if I'm working with like a bigger artist, of course, probably it's gonna take longer. Just I don't know why it always take longer, but they be wanting more into the video.
Makes sense.
Then you got the cats that just want to do something quick, just want to rap, you know. So it depends for real.
Okay.
But I say a normal shoot, running gun, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay. That's
Probably like 1 or 2 locations.
Okay.
And that's just quick. That ain't really.
Now we out of the game, but we're here right now. So
Yeah.
what's the most you've ever made off of one video?
Money?
Yes.
I think.
'Cause I see some of the names that you done. I see
Yeah.
some. Of them. These guys,
I was trying to think what was the most I made
kinda
for
filthy rich for
one
real.
video. I probably want to say like maybe 3,500, 4,000.
Oh my goodness.
I probably
How
say
long?
that.
And like in the shoot, was it like 3 to 4 hours, 2 to 3 hours?
Hell no, it was quick. It was quick.
And how long did
it was
you
in
edit
Cali
something
too.
like that?
I edited it that same day actually.
Oh my goodness.
I shot it and then edited it the same day.
You know what's crazy?
Because the person I was shooting for, I stayed at their place and I just edited it.
Man, I think I've seen you post something like this before, B. But like I'm thinking about how quick you're able to do that. And
Yeah.
someone may say, "Oh, well, you be able to do this so quick. You know, it shouldn't cost that much." But they're not accounting for all the time that. This goes for your craft too, right?
That shit a lot of brain work.
No, brain work and even everything that you guys have done to get y'all to this level of ability in your field,
facts.
right? Like,
Facts.
So no, but the fact that you're able to, regardless of any type of price, the fact that you're able to do that shit that quick is beyond me. And same with the cutting.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at what these crafts like. Yeah, I don't know how this work like this, but I'm happy. But like, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
What is your worst pet peeve? Shooting a music video.
When I shoot the video and they call me 2 hours later, how that bitch looking, bro? That bitch almost done, bro.
They're excited, huh?
Bro, then you send them the video and they don't post it till 3 months later.
But they trying to call it that same day
Bro,
with the video.
that is the worst.
Like I'm about to
Patient.
man.
I'm like that.
How we looking, fool? That mother. I know that bitch about to be home.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I just left you 2 minutes ago.
I ain't even got out the car yet.
Bro.
Man.
How that footage looking.
All
Shit, I don't know.
right, B, we coming to you. Fast favorites. Thank you, and I appreciate you. Favorite brand of clippers.
Favorite brand of clippers. Favorite brand of clippers would have to be Andis clippers, the old school great joints. You see all the black men using.
I'm about to say I feel like I've seen that since I was a
the
kid.
TI liners. My favorite brand of clipper will be Andis. The Blaze is phenomenal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Andis, we need that promotion.
Yes.
Yeah, the Blaze is phenomenal though.
Favorite grade of hair to cut. Your preference.
My favorite grade, it'll have to be. It's typically mixed people, in between white and black. The texture is always good. They usually got good hair, so they ain't got to do it too much to it to maintain it. It just look good all the time. So I would say the mixed grade.
That's real.
Yeah.
Why you really mean that?
Yeah, for real. No, the mixed grade. The fades come out crispy.
That's real. No, that's real. I don't know. I'm just talking. Favorite cut to perform. right? So that's great to hear. Favorite cuts.
My favorite cut would have to be somebody with waves, typically 1.5, 2 on top, mid fade, like a ball fade, like a mid fade with waves on top.
Okay.
Full beard. That's probably my favorite cut to do.
I wasn't even thinking about the facial aspect, but that makes sense though.
Yeah, because it all come together. You feel me?
Favorite cut that you've ever done, and I know you've probably done. How many cuts? Here, matter of fact, before, how many cuts do you think you've done in your entire life since the age of 13? If you had to just guess, just put any type of number on it.
Man,
Like, is it 10,000, 100,000? I don't even know where you start.
Man, that's a crazy number. That's a crazy number, especially now that I cut hair now, like seriously on a professional level. So I don't even know how many heads I cut in 365. You know what I mean? Just in a whole year. You know what I mean?
Like, think about your busiest day. Maybe let's start here. Your busiest day now, where you're at. How many cuts have you done in one day?
35.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right. What is your average, you think?
My average that I cut?
On a daily.
18. I'm gonna say 18.
You for sure cut over 1,000 heads then.
Yeah. I'm gonna do right in the middle. 18 to 20 heads a day.
And my math is horrible, but man, 18 times 365 minus some days. But even let's say you were to cut every day, and you cut. I don't know. I
cut every day this week, but I usually cut 5 days a week.
That's 6,570 cuts. If you cut 18 every day of the year, that's crazy.
You can cut 1 million heads.
Yeah, so like a
million heads.
As a barber though, what's crazy, bro? You don't never think about that. You feel me? Like if you work at a car dealership, or if you a mechanic and working on cars, you don't know how many cars you done worked on. Mm-hmm. But when you think about it, it's like, damn, that's a lot of motherfucking people.
No, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot. Okay, but back to the question. Favorite cut you've ever done?
Favorite cut I ever did. This gonna sound crazy, but I think the best cuts that I do, they typically come out better on myself. It's gonna sound nuts.
No, I mean that's real.
Like I just like the way I cut my own hair, and that's why it's hard for me to get my hair cut by anybody else, because I know how I want my shit to look.
Do you let anybody else cut your hair?
Yeah, I definitely let other people cut my hair. I done let a whole bunch of people cut my hair. I done got cut by some of the biggest barbers in the United States, bro. People that got like over 100K on Instagram. You know, Moose the Barber out of Chicago. Jeannie out of Philly. She cold. I done got cut by some big time barbers, and they do a phenomenal job. You feel me? But I still haven't had a barber cut my hair better than I think I can cut my own shit.
That's real. No,
that's crazy.
I dig. That question was crazy. But I was thinking about it though. Like, I'm thinking about, like, look, you already know. This is a really
Go
cool
ahead,
question.
sauce it up.
Like, could you ever get into braiding hair, twisting hair, dreading hair, stuff like that?
Fuck no.
You want to be there?
Hell no.
No, I'm trying.
First of all, like, I went to college school, so I played and dibbled and dabbled and that type of shit, but it ain't me.
That's real.
I like to cut. You feel me? And that's like my. You feel me? Like, do you think you could do commercials in it? You think you would actually like that shit?
Commercial.
You think that?
Hell yeah.
But what do you think is your best craft, though? You think shooting music videos is your best craft?
Yeah.
I see the analogy, but I think it's different though too. Because I think he's still shooting. Right, he's still shooting a visual. Yeah, but
that's a whole nother term.
Braiding and dreading is definitely different.
You walk in the shop, you braid a man hair. Like, what the fuck?
And that's where my sick mind was going.
I'm too big for that shit.
As a straight male, would you be able to sit on the porch and have another man sit in front of your knee and braid their hair?
I don't think that's for me. I just seen it. Hey, there's some dudes on Instagram though that's cold at cutting hair, and they straight dudes, and they can braid and do all that shit. And I give them their props, but it ain't for me.
No, I
ain't got no patience for that shit anyway.
No, don't mind me at all. Don't mind me, please. That's really where I was going with it. That's when you talk. Yeah. And I'm self-conscious when I say this because I feel like I'm not saying it right. But tonsor.
Yeah, tonsor.
What is that in relation to Cuts by B Harris, and where did the name come from?
Okay, so when later on down the line when I actually opened up my own studio, I didn't want to just it to go underneath my name like Cuts by B Harris Studio. So I just thought about a unique term that I could use, and I just started looking shit up. And I'm like, I'm looking up words in French, I'm looking at words in Latin, and I'm trying to figure out what makes sense. And I looked up the word, I was looking at the term barber, and I put it in all the different languages, and in Latin it said tonsor. Like, Tonsura is like a hairdresser or a person who removes hair.
Right.
So I'm like, I like that. I'm like, it's kind of catchy. And then that's what I went with. I just went with it. So, I cut underneath Tonsura, which is a barber studio. And that's why me and my boy Heen, Shout out to Heen. That's what we cut at the studio.
I like it. I never seen the word before you open the spot, but like it just got one of them words you can't put it. At least for me, I can't. If I would have saw it not associated with you, and one, I didn't know what the word meant regardless. But I'm like, okay, I don't know what kind of where I'm walking into. You can't put any type of face or race or name or like person on it with just that word. Like, so that's why I liked it.
Yeah, I think it's unique. I think it stand out.
No, for sure. No, I definitely am a fan. And with that, I also want to ask you, and what is 2M? 2M Digital. Tell me about 2M.
Okay. So, all right. So when I first started doing videos, I was doing it by myself, and then I had a friend named Phil. He used to do videos too. We both went to school together.
Okay.
So.
Keep that. No, we went to school together.
Little baby.
Yeah. So we used to always talk. We both was in college, but he went to Saginaw in Michigan.
Okay.
And I was in BG. And we used to always talk about the video. So I'm like, one day I'm just like, shit, we can just do this, do something together, whatever.
Right.
And we came up with the name 2M. And he dropped out before I dropped out. He went back to Detroit.
Okay.
And started shooting videos. And I was still in college, and I'm like, I ain't had no car at the time or nothing. So I'm like, you just got to kind of take over with this shit, in Detroit while I'm holding it down. And that's what he did. He went to Detroit, started shooting videos for all the top rappers. And yeah, that's 2M.
Man.
2.
What's the M? What's the...
Million. 2 million.
Okay. Oh,
damn.
2 million digital.
Like Peasy.
Yeah, 2 million up.
Come on.
Yeah. So me and Phil, that's 2M.
I don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess up what you do here. So plead the fifth or whatever. But if you got a favorite Detroit rapper, I'm gonna ask you the same
favorite
thing.
Detroit rapper?
Yeah. And for those that are not from Detroit or like even aware, because once again I don't know who the Pablo dude was. So I'm not. But I have a little bit. But like I feel like right now, like this time frame, Detroit rap is at like for me at least from a viewer, you guys will know more, but like it's at an all-time high.
No, that's for everybody.
Because like sound wise, I feel like we're really getting the Detroit sound outside of Detroit more than ever.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because you can know you can tell, okay, that motherfucker's from Detroit based on the beat and the flow half the time. Like okay, cool. But now it's like booming.
Yeah, we broke down the industry.
Yes, that's what I'm. So now. So I'm really eager to see what y'all say.
Yeah.
At this time.
I'm gonna say 2. Either between JR and Rio. Rio the Young OG.
Okay, got you.
You know what that is?
I know the name, but I don't listen.
You gotta listen. He gonna make you ooh. That boy Rio gonna make you get the movement. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's between Rio and JR for sure. My top 2.
Have you shot videos for both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
B, how about you? Who you going with?
Shit.
And it doesn't have to be anybody that's current, but it can be. In this new Detroit, if you will.
I got 2.
Okay.
You feel me? Like if you look at my playlist on my phone, you gonna see 2. The first one is Dame Dot, RGS Dame Dot from Team Eastside.
No,
I'm from the Eastside.
Okay.
Dame Dot from the Eastside. I ain't never seen this motherfucker in person, but he been on some streets that I've been on. But I like Dame Dot music. I like the content of what he be talking about, like the substance of what he be talking about. And then Rio.
Okay.
And Rio from Flint. He ain't from Detroit. He from Flint. But he messed with Team Eastside like Peasy and shit like that. But I like Rio.
Okay.
You can turn Rio on and you just grooving. Like,
okay, so I got to tap in.
Going on there.
No.
They wordplay and the way they play on the beat, it's just so natural. You gotta fuck with it.
Yeah, it's like
because they silly.
Okay.
They silly. It's a sound and
it's kind of like Flint got their own little subcategory of Detroit. Like they beat styles totally different than like a Detroit beat.
That makes sense.
Like they got the different 808s and the different kicks and shit.
But
and the way they just ride the beat.
How far away is Flint from Detroit?
Hour or less. 45.
Like 30, 40. It's like 45
or some shit.
Okay, so
it'd be like from Philly to Toledo.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. Kind of like that. Yup.
I'm a Royce guy. I know Royce is he's like a Detroit legend. He's been in the game for.
Yeah, Royce he a real lyricist for real.
A real lyricist.
Nasty. Eminem nasty. You You feel me?
Can't catch a vibe to M anymore though.
No, not
because
like
M
you
just
do.
be rapping. It's like you great at rapping, but like man, I can't drive to this shit. Like
You
I'm
can't do shit to
I'm
it.
thinking too
Can't
hard.
dance to it.
Yeah,
Can't
like,
groove to
it's
it.
like shit. I'm glad. Let me just.
Yeah.
I'll get anxious
You
listening
listen to
M.
M when you want to hear what he talking about. That's
Right.
it.
Right.
That's all.
Like, what the fuck M got to say?
Not shit.
He used to give us like pain-filled music, you know, he's younger,
Yeah.
like, but now
like
it's just
I'm
rap.
cleaning out the closet.
Yeah,
he need to come back to that.
That shit,
It's his rap, and now it's just straight rappity rap.
Yeah.
But
Literally, you just sounded like
Just
that.
like that.
Rappity,
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 gap that.
the syllables, you gotta have so many syllables in there. No, that's
He
crazy.
sounded just like that. Rappity, rap.
Rappity, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's
my
funny.
God.
No, that's crazy. No, I love interviews because they like you from even like I love watching interviews because you get to learn more about like the individual being interviewed, obviously. But I would not like I've heard Icewear on records, but I would never really just tap in. It's not what I listen to. Like, but like I'm watching interviews and I'm learning about him and I'm like, oh, this guy is like,
No, he nice.
He's like out. He's up here like on the intelligence side, like, and then just on like the cut from a solid cloth side too, if that makes sense. So I'm like, okay, he's just a genuine, authentic individual. Let me tap into his music. But I don't know if that's attributed to Detroit or his upbringing or whatever. But I'm definitely tapping into Icewear at this current time. As far as like,
lit.
I'm definitely a fan for
I
sure.
like Vezo heavy.
Vezo lit.
Yeah, so now I'm definitely a Vezo fan. Before I don't know if you saw it, but I wanted to see it. It's been up there for like a year, B, or how?
My business card.
Yeah, it's
I
right
seen it
there.
when I
It wasn't just put here like today because B Harris was coming through. It's been there.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
That's love. That's real.
What is your middle name?
Damien.
Damien. Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Ed?
I don't want to talk about it.
That's real. Okay.
Sorry, no, it's Calton.
Okay, I got you.
I promise you that's my middle
Is it
name.
really okay? Wait.
Calton.
How you spell it?
Calton.
Okay, Calton.
Calton.
Y'all got different dads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does each sibling have a different dad?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
So
Almost.
you said almost. So three.
Almost.
Yeah.
So three had different dads. But who's got the same dad?
Oh, me? Okay, so me and...
You trying to figure it
Yeah,
out.
I'm like, damn, hold up.
Yeah.
No, me and my sister got the same dad,
Okay.
and then
I got my
Everybody
own
else
dad,
got
and then the
different.
youngest,
Okay,
so
so
Howard
only-
got his own dad.
Okay, got
two
you.
of us got the same dad.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. All right, real life.
Yeah.
Were you guys all raised in the same household with your mom though?
Yeah.
And was somebody's dad in the household too, or no?
Never.
Okay. So me and my brother got different dads, and that's my only sibling. My mom been married 5 times. I love you though, mom. It's not a critique, but I'm trying to give y'all familiar like narrative. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all? I mean, and B, you already spoke on. You dad is in prison, incarcerated, right?
Yeah.
How did that like affect you growing up? And I don't know how deep we're getting here.
That nigga was an R&B singer.
Okay, you know, see, I learned that in the barbershop though.
That nigga was an R&B singer. Oh God,
Man.
But no, you said how was it him being incarcerated?
Yeah, you was as a child.
It's
Like,
crazy. Like this shit gonna sound crazy, but it was normal to me because my dad went to prison when I was 1 year old. You feel me? He was 26. You know what I mean? And I'm 28 now. That's a long time.
it's a long time.
That's a long ass time. I was 1.
And that when he went to prison at 1, he's been in prison since.
Yes, still in there.
So you didn't know.
I might
life,
get a call from him right now during this interview.
pick it up. Yeah. but so you didn't know a life with him outside of prison. Like you.
It was normal to me. Going inside to the prison to go visit him and shit like that. Talking to him over the phone. You have a collect call from Sean Harris. 251. I know everything about it. Like I know everything about it. It's just because it's been a staple in my life since the beginning of the time. So I don't know nothing other than that. But to have an effect on me, I can say it's pros and cons to it. To be real with you, you know how it is not having a father in the household. I was out there kicking it. You know what I mean? It's only so much my mama could do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Especially with raising other children.
Hell
right?
yeah,
Like,
and I'm an asshole. I'm terrible. You feel me? So it was a little bit hard on her. I made it hard on her. But at the same time, you know, I knew it wasn't a place that I wanted to be, like going to prison, obviously. You know, by seeing what goes on and seeing the stories from other people and he telling me like, yeah, that dude in here, he killed 5 kids. You like, damn. Like, you just hear the crazy stories and stuff like that. So it's like, you know what comes with that type of lifestyle, and you got the decision of if you want to live that lifestyle or not. And it was the decision that I didn't want to go with that. So that's why I chose to leave Detroit, because Detroit's so fucked up. You know what I mean? I had to get out of there.
Fuck.
And come here to Ohio where I can live a maintainable lifestyle. If I was still in Detroit, I probably would have grew up a gangbanger or a drug dealer, something crazy. But yeah, I knew that wasn't a place that I wanted to be. You feel me? So it's pros and cons to it, you know, having that incarcerated father. But it's the cards I was dealt. Shit.
You're right. You couldn't do nothing about it. You here.
Yeah.
Do you think that's helped shape you into being a better father? Or
Definitely.
So
I can definitely say this. This shit crazy. My father was the person who was able to put the clippers in my hand. The first person to put clippers in my hand behind bars. Like that shit crazy.
Explain that.
My dad is, to me, I think my dad was a good father. Even though he wasn't there like he should have been, he made decisions early on in his life where he fucked this shit up. But at the same time, he was an amazing father behind bars. It's crazy. I can get in contact with him when I wanted to. You feel me? Anytime I wanted to. It's crazy. But he made the phone call, tell my grandma, like, hey, I got some clippers. They here. Give them to him. You know what I mean? And if that probably would never happen, I probably wouldn't have had the idea of cutting hair. I don't know. Man. But
and this is when you were a kid.
Yeah, this is when I was a kid.
Wow.
I took them clippers and threw them bitches away.
Tossed them all.
I played with them, you feel me, here and there, but I'm like, man, fuck these. They was old, rusted out. They was some old walls, nigga. I'm like, they was just toast. But he definitely was a great father behind bars, but he wasn't here. Right. And I think the importance, especially in black families, they have fathers that ain't there physically. You gotta be there in the home. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm really big on family. That's why I got a wife. That's why I got kids, and I try to be there for I ain't the best, but I'm there. Physically there. You know what I mean? I think that's very important.
And we can never be the best, right? But we can be the best that we can be.
Yes.
Right? If that makes any type of sense. That's an Instagram quote, whatever. I said something right. Something was cool there. But yeah. I don't know what the best is, right? But we can only be our best.
Ain't no book for this shit.
No, real life. I'm not gonna lie. I do be doing my best to be the best parent that Miles has. You got two parents, right? I want to be the best. Yeah, I want to be number one.
I feel that.
Yeah, and I don't know whoever gonna see this, but look, you watch this 15 years from now, Miles. I hope, dad, my favorite parent. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. I don't try to look at it like a competition, but you know, I'm like, I want to be you got anything, whatever you need. You know, whatever you need. I don't care what it is. Just know you can come this way. Yeah. Is that toxic though? To look at it like I want to be the favorite parent? Is that toxic? Answer honestly.
Might be a little bit, but
you working towards great.
Right.
Okay.
Shit, we ain't perfect.
I want to be the favorite, man. I'm gonna do everything as long as it's healthy. Right? I'm not just gonna let you do some crazy stuff because you want to, right? But I want to be the favorite for sure. Okay, so but your dad was in the picture.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Was anybody's dad in the picture?
Hell no. No, my little brother dad was when I was younger though, super young.
Okay. Was y'all cool?
Was we cool?
Yeah, was y'all cool with his dad?
It was good. Straight.
It was cool.
I
don't think nobody like a stepdad for real.
Yeah, it was cool.
So you don't look at nobody like a stepdad.
I don't think nobody like when stepdads come around. Period.
You gotta be cool as hell.
You gotta be cool as hell.
People be trying to be too damn extra.
I'm not gonna lie. And this is where I may once again be toxic, right? Because I have a kid, but I'm nervous to get wifed up. No matter of fact, I'm not nervous. I'm not going to get wifed up. Just a personal preference with somebody that already has a kid. I don't want this to me it's an added thing. Now I got to make sure my son knows. Okay, I'm not. You still number one, but I can't say that. Right? Like you still my favorite, but so I'm not even gonna put myself in that position unless it's like Rihanna. But you know what I'm saying. But no, so I get. I'm definitely with on the stepdad talk. I've had 3 stepdads. Yeah. The best one I had, I wouldn't address him as stepdad today, right? Yeah. As a grown 32-year-old. But I mean, when he came in the picture, I was only 26. So I mean, But he's like the coolest one in the world. He really take care of my mom for sure. I told her if she messed this one up, it's a wrap. Like you tripping. We like James. But no, I wouldn't want to be a stepdad.
Nah, I'm cool.
I had my mom was dating another white man one time. This was the first white man she ever dated after my dad, and I immediately took a disliking to him. I'm like, no, it's only one white man that I'm gonna look up to like this. Like,
your original dad was white?
My original dad. Yes, my dad is white, man. Yes, man.
So you original?
Yes, man. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, man. That's where my whiteness. That's where my
not
whiteness comes
common.
from.
I thought you to be a white woman and a black man.
It really do go like that. No, but you, yeah.
That's sweet. That's unique.
Yeah, no, for sure. Maybe if my dad was the black one, I'd have a bet. I wouldn't have to use as many enhancements in my haircut. My lineup would automatically be fresh. No, no, but look at this. This is really a thing. I think, I don't know how true this is, but this is how I've seen it since I was a kid. The black lineup is always fresher than the white lineup. Or like, does that make sense?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's why, but shout out to the enhancement game. I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna go back. It's like you know what I'm saying? Women get the nails, the eyebrows, all type of stuff, the hair. You know, look, I got enhancements on my shit.
So let us keep that one.
You know what I'm saying? Come on. And they look, I'm not gonna lie, they be lasting too. They be lasting. Like, so this, just a testimony right here. They be lasting. And the last one lasted way longer than I ever. I'm like, I'm going. I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna sweat. I'm not doing nothing, bro. I'm putting something on my hair in the shower. It lasts. You know what I'm saying? No, crazy for real. So before we do wrap up, Cutting Up podcast.
Yes.
This is the B Harris, Cuts by B Harris podcast. The title is Cutting Up, right?
Cutting Up.
I've been asking about this for like 2 years now. It only makes sense to me that you do one.
Yeah.
But once again, as we hit on early in the interview, everything is a step for you. It's a process. But I see how calculated you are, and everything starts to make sense to me as I see it go. So I'm like, okay, well, this fool knew what the fuck he was doing. Like,
I didn't want to. Well, Cutting Up podcast, I really want to get it going this month. I'm probably gonna drop my first episode on my birthday, which is the 24th. But I'm ready. I'm pumped. The reason why it took me so long is because I didn't want to post this type of content on social media and not be able to get monetized for it.
Right.
So now I'm getting monetized on Instagram and Facebook. So I'm like, okay, it's time.
That make me feel so bad because I've been posting all this content. I got paid $5 from YouTube my entire life.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
Baby steps.
So I didn't want to, because I'm a barber. I'm not really focused on posting, radio interviews or podcasts and stuff. But now that I feel like I mastered my craft and I've made it to a certain platform, now I'm getting paid, it's time to do those things.
Right.
Because once you get a bigger name, people are interested to know about you and what's going on with you. So, the podcast coming. I want to do the first episode on the 24th. And it ain't gonna be like your normal podcast.
Come on.
I don't want to like your typical podcast where it's like, everybody do pop culture. What's going on right now? Like right now, we should be talking about the Tank Davis fight.
Right.
Everybody should be talking about that, right? Mm-hmm. I don't want that. It's cool to bring that type of stuff up, but I got a lot of clients, and I got a lot of clients that got some crazy ass stories to tell.
Real life.
That been through a lot of things, from doctors to pastors. You just seen it happen. Man. When you came and got your cut. You feel me? 2 pastors in there talking about Christianity. You feel me? Mm-hmm. From Muslims to Africans to I got a British dude from Britain. He played soccer at Heidelberg University. So like, I got a lot of clients with a lot of different stories, and I want to turn it into a podcast where these people can tell their stories and we can give it to social media in a positive way. Somebody might be going through the same shit that we might be talking about now, So that's what the podcast is going to be about. It's going to be at my shop.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, and like you said, you got a lot of different stories and unique stories that come through a lot of diverse array of people, right? I wanted to hit on one. If you're familiar with barbershop, and I don't know if this is across all ethnic backgrounds, but for me, growing up in black barbershop, it's like a chapel, if you will. It's a place. Yeah. I don't even know what it's.
And what happened at the barbershop stays at the barbershop.
Hey man, but like it's one of the most beautiful places to me. And I do want to say. Thank you for your fellowship. Thank you for the services that you offer here in Findlay, Ohio. That's what's crazy to me. Yeah. When I moved back to Ohio, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to travel like 45, 50 minutes to go get a cut, like out of Findlay. And sure enough, oh shit, this is here. Like,
yeah, it's nuts.
But no, you really bring even more than just the service. You bring a lot more than just the service to Findlay and to your shop. And so I thank you.
Appreciate it, man. I'm proud of it.
Barbershop, if you know it and if you're cool with your barber, it's really like it's therapeutic in my opinion.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean you know more about me than I would tell the average individual.
Yeah.
So it's really a beautiful thing. So you do know a good portion of my story.
Hell yeah.
But the barbershop is a sacred place. There it is. It's sacred. There's the word. See, it took me 5 minutes to get there, but we got there.
It is.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Baby steps. That's the thing. That's the interview title. Baby steps.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. No, for sure. So no, I appreciate you. I know a lot of people love you. Like a lot of people love you. People that you probably don't even know that they maybe coming in there don't even talk that much for real, but they definitely fuck with B. Harris.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like Philly's so small, and that's why I ain't really left this motherfucker yet, cause it's like a monopoly. You know what I mean? And they too many barbers. I'm a city type of barber in a small fucking town. Right. You feel me? And people do love me. I'm always trying to get back to the community and shit. I just did a free cuts for kids over Christmas, and
yes,
I'm here.
No, real life.
I'm here, shit.
What is the most you've ever made on a single cut? Cause I be seeing some wild stuff. Like I know, like
the most I probably made on a single cut had to be, about $350.
Oh my goodness!
But it was a unit. I did a unit. I learned how to do units in Houston.
Well, you putting hair on?
I mean in Dallas. I'm sorry, not Houston, Dallas. When you put hair on heads.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Recovering lineups. If people shit blew out on the side, you can bring that bitch back to the front.
Lineups.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that probably was the most I ever got for a cut doing a unit. You know what I mean? That was probably the most
rehabilitation.
Yeah, literally, bro. It's crazy. Like if you go look at the YouTube videos and shit, you be like, wow. But
I'm cool with my enhancements there. I'm straight. Yeah.
That's like next level. That's like top tier shit.
Oh
but
my goodness. Top tier.
For a regular shop cut at the shop without having to do all that extra shit, a dude paid me $200.
Oh my goodness.
He needed a rush cut. He needed to get in. I wasn't working, so he said, "I'll give you $200 to come in on your off day and cut my hair." And I was like, "All right, cool."
Too. Right.
Shit.
Man. What's your biggest pet peeve as a barber?
Shit, there's a couple of them fellas. Where should I go? Where with it? I think the biggest pet peeve is somebody that comes in that really don't take care of their hair. And there's a lot of pet peeves out there. People that's late. People come in high. You feel me? And they in the chair like this and shit. But the worst is somebody that don't take care of their hair, like they shit mad flaky, or you feel me, or it's just fucked up, and they expect a miracle out of that shit. But what's crazy? They're my favorite cuts.
Because it challenge you the most, or what?
Because I know I'm gonna be able to transform this motherfucker to a point of no return. Like they like, damn.
Okay, so they right? But it's just annoying that they don't take care of it.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, man, like how the fuck is you going like this every day with your hair like this?
People coming in don't know know what they want.
Oh yeah, that's you.
They don't know what kind of cut they want.
He done seen that happen before. Motherfuckers come in with a picture and they like, I don't know if I want this or that. Can you make the decision for me? Then I make the decision for him, and they like, damn, I wish I would have went with the other one.
It's all you. You should have been decisive. Like,
yeah, that's the worst.
Nah, they mad.
You a grown ass adult. You come into a barbershop. You should have already had this shit figured out before you came.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
How many times has your dick rubbed somebody's elbow?
Oh man, that's the most awkwardest shit too. I say in a total of like 5 times in my whole barber career. 5 times. And
ain't no way it's only 5 times. Ain't no way it's only 5 times.
I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. When I noticed it happen, and then you cut here and you like, damn, my dick just started. Did he feel that shit or did he notice? You know what I mean? And usually nigga try to play it off like.
Nigga, that bitch like.
The nigga hand on that bitch like this. He touched that nigga like. He just hand back real quick. Or you be really suspect when you like, I know my dick just touched the nigga hand. Then what they do? They just keep it there. You like, oh!
Get the fuck out my chair. Get the fuck out.
No, it happens though. Keep your hands off the armrest. Put your hands in your lap.
Man.
That's the craziest shit.
He told him to be keep his hand
Right here, you like, oh, this nigga fresh out.
Nigga to moving his fingers. Wow. Hey.
It happens though.
Whoa.
It happens. I swear. It happens.
Cut for something from now on.
You got to, man.
Wow.
Do people? I don't know in 2022, but do people still ever stand on the footrest?
Oh, that's the worst too.
People be doing that shit?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Grown adult standing on the footrest, you can't do that. You fuck the chair up. You feel me? Especially if it's pumped up, you stand on that footrest, you bring the whole weight of the chair down. Yeah, people do that too.
You gotta use the Joe Budden song when you pump the chair up one time, just because.
Hell yeah. Pump.
What's your worst pet peeve from other barbers?
Like What you mean? Like if somebody cut my hair?
No, like you see like
in the barber community.
Yes, there we go. Like you see something or something, they do something or like or don't do something.
Okay. It'd have to be a new barber coming into the game and they already using enhancements.
Okay.
I don't think you're supposed to do that as a new barber.
Okay.
I think you're supposed to perfect your craft first, and enhancements are meant to enhance the cut when the cut is already done. But if you can't master the cut first, you shouldn't be using enhancements. So you get a lot of barbers who put enhancements on,
that's a rule.
but you ain't even learned how to make a lineup straight.
Right.
So you put enhancements on a crooked lineup, it's going to bring the crooked lineup out even more. So you got to learn how to master your craft first, and then you start using enhancements and shit like that. Another big pet peeve of mine, too, is, you know, barbers charging more than what they actually worth. You know, you got kids. Yeah, seriously, you got kids that get out of school and they like, oh, I graduated, I got my license. I'm charging $50. But the nigga not even booked up or busy as a barber, and they expect like, I'm gonna get this price no matter what.
You haven't even garnered, Man,
a lot of barbers really don't want to put that hard work in. We just talked about how long I've been cutting hair and shit like that. You got to go through the journey first before you can really get to the point where you can charge what you want to charge and use enhancements. And they trying to take shortcuts when they really not trying to do it the slow way. But
no,
you know
the
turtle win.
No,
hey, win.
Real life. You were out of town a while back, and I had to go somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
And I let you know. So I was cheating, but he knew I was cheating. I let him know I was going to cheat before I cheated. And I've become so accustomed to the B Harris cut.
Yeah.
I was in this joint for like an hour 15, hour 20.
Damn.
And it was a cool cut.
That ain't good enough.
Right. So after being in the B Harris chair for some,
Yeah.
even just one time, but for the time, I'm like, I've been in here for an hour 15, and this is what I look like.
I'll be worried. I'll be in that bitch like, fuck.
No, like I'm like, yo, like so. Stop going out of town, man. Stop going out of town. Stop traveling. Stop seeing the world. Stop living life. No, I'm talking shit. But no, you get like once it's like I guess it's a drug. We talk about it, it's like being a drug addict. Once you get this high, you don't want to come down from it. And one more thing before we get up out of here, and I gotta ask you the same question. What's your biggest pet peeve from other videographers? Woo. Like, what do you see that like, man, what the hell, or like, what do they do that's like this bugs you?
I don't know. A lot of videographers, they just complain a lot.
Okay.
Like, kind of similar how you said with the haircuts. Like, they expect it to be fast. Like, no. Then, like even with the prices of videos, like, the video game changed a lot because it's like you can get a presets. Presets fuck the game up for real.
Right.
Because it's like anybody can get a camera. Camera's not, you can get a 4K camera for cheap now.
Right.
Camera, download presets, slap a whole bunch of images on the video, and they charging like $500 to $600 for a video.
And the presets like essentially take away from the editing side, like they could just it's like
They ain't doing no craft.
It ain't like you like me. I be making my own presets. Don't get me wrong, I download presets too, but like you got to take you feel what I'm saying? Like
if it's there,
instead of learning and figuring it out, you can literally download a preset, slap it on the video, and then especially in Detroit, they don't really like rappers in Detroit. They don't really give a damn about the craft of this shit. So they just like
they just want a dope.
They want the cheap just the cheap video. As long as I got a video, I'm straight. Basically, that's their mindset for real.
Right.
So niggas just get a video and not really care.
That's real.
So
man,
I hate that.
Man, it's like, so help me out with the preset. Is that like applying a filter to a photo almost, or like?
Yeah. All right. So like, say if I got say you sitting right here,
right?
I can throw a preset on there and make the screen shake instead of. You feel me? Instead of me actually learning how to.
So it's like the stuff that's already in Final Cut or Adobe, but like on a bigger level.
Yes, that's
I
exactly.
Just drag and drop this.
Boom, and now you got the. You
right.
feel me? And if you got 10 presets, you can put them throughout the whole video, and it look like you did something, but you really ain't do shit.
Cause I be feeling good when I be doing stuff, but I also be knowing like.
Yeah, I mean it's cool.
And I'm not actually like Like,
it's cool, but then it's like if you're not gonna last long.
Right. Especially if everybody else can do the same thing.
That's the problem. Everybody there's only so many videos. If you looking up the same thing on YouTube, I'm pretty sure 10 other people did too, and now y'all all got the same looking effects. Like
don't do nothing special. How am I gonna charge? Right. Okay.
And then you feel me? And that mess it up for like art, like videographers and cameramen like me, cause it's like
for the whole game.
Now you charging $600 for some bullshit that you doing.
Right.
I ain't no damn way I'm about to charge you $600. You feel me? But then it's like they gonna probably go to the cheaper dude that just, throwing a preset,
Yeah.
It's just,
That's irritating. But it's part of the game, though.
Yeah, it's part of the game. You can't be mad at it. You just gotta.
That's real.
But people like that, they ain't gonna last long.
That makes sense. No, for sure.
Hell
no. That's real life. Real life. All right, so I'm gonna phrase this for all of us, but this question I ask is, son Miles, he's 4 or gonna be 4 in February. 15 years, but I know you got. How your oldest is 4 or 5?
My oldest is 5.
And then you got 2 other daughters.
I got a 2-year-old and I got a fucking almost 1-year-old.
You got a busy household, a busy life.
Sheesh.
I'm doing good with one. So hats off to you, for doing the kit and caboodle. But for the young individuals, for your daughters, right?
Yeah.
For my son and any other kids that we have and any other kids out there, right?
Yeah.
What is something that you want them? What is some advice you can offer them through their journey in life when they watch this and really understand it? 15 years from now, whatever.
Yeah.
Something that helped them through life. From
So,
B. Harris.
I'm gonna try to make this short, but it might not be short. I don't
Take
know.
your time.
So when I went to college, you feel me? I wanted to drop out so bad because once I found out what I wanted to do, which was cut hair, I told so many individuals, like, I want to just drop out. Fuck this shit. I'm going to go cut hair. Everybody was like, you're not going to make no money. Going to be broke. Stay in school. I got aunties and shit. No, don't do that. Go finish school. Even my own mom, like, why would you do that? Finish school first. You know what I mean? I would tell kids, like, do whatever you're passionate about. And don't set your expectations on anybody else but yourself. You feel me? Because I started making money off cut hair when I was about 25, 26 years old. I'm 28. That was 3 years ago.
Wow.
I could have been a licensed barber at 16 years old and said fuck school and fuck college and just went straight to barbering. And then you know how much money I possibly could have made then compared to now? You know what I mean? I could have had an early jump start on my career.
And at this time, you would be...
I was just listening to what people were telling me I should do. Go to college, you're going to make money. I wish I didn't do that. I wish I would have did what I was passionate for because once you turn 18, you're an adult. You can make your own decisions. So I would just tell people to chase your dreams, bro. Chase what you're passionate about because the money always going to come when you're passionate about something. When you're passionate and you put it into a job form, you going to win. I don't care what you do. You can sell artwork on the corner and you're going to be passionate about artwork. Eventually, you're going to start making bread off that shit. If you really passionate about it. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I quit my job, my corporate job, and now I'm a 6-figure barber.
Come on.
I could have been that a long time ago if I would have just listened to myself.
Right.
But I had influences of other people, and I know a lot of kids are like that. They got a lot of influences, adults and everything. I'm not saying don't listen to your parents, but at the same time, I'm saying chase your dreams, And I think that is very critical for life because at the end of the day, when you got to start dealing with real life problems, your parents ain't gonna always be there. Sometimes you're going to have to fall on yourself.
Man.
So it's just important to have a plan, chase your dreams, do what you're passionate about, and make sure you got the right people in your circle. You feel me? That's motivating you and trying to keep you grounded with everything you're trying to do. That's what I would tell them, though.
No, that's beautiful. Thank you. And same question to you, sir.
Fuck bitches.
No, same thing for real. I feel like just whatever you want to do, just do it. Don't wait. Because same like he said, I wish I would never went to college. I'm glad I didn't go all the way through. I'm glad I realized, like, you feel me? Like, nah, this ain't it. Let's try something. You feel me? Let me do what I really want to do. And I just feel like you just got to do it. Whatever it is. You want to do music, just do it. Don't wait. But like, you feel me? Drop that song because that might be the one. You never know.
Right.
You just got to do it.
Or don't drop the song. A lot of y'all don't drop the shit.
You actually right. I take that back. If you know you good at it, do it. No, for real though. But if you know you good at it and that's your passion, do it. And then just keep working on it. Work on your craft, and it's gonna work every time.
Factual.
It worked every time.
Every time. No, you push something long enough, like
I'm telling you, it always worked.
I also want to say this too, though, like on a college tip, because I got a lot of college friends that's successful. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
My boy Jamie, my best friend since college. We met on like the first or second day of school and shit. He an accountant. You feel me? And that boy a bachelor now. He living his life. He live in D.C. Got in a good job, salary and shit like that. So it is ways to do it. But I would say, this is me personally. This is my own opinion. Do something that you're going to leave and get a job in, and you like it. You know what I mean? Get something that's in trade form, in my opinion. If you go to school, you want to be a doctor, go for that shit. Cause you definitely gonna make money. Nurse, you feel me? Accountant, like get that title down and get the idea of what you want to do, then chase it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wasn't passionate in the shit I was doing for real. I just love public speaking. That's it. You know what I mean? So that's why I went to school for public relations. And then later on I found out I like social media and shit. Like I was a genius at the shit. Like I know how to market. So I took it serious. But that was for the sake of my business. You know what I mean? So you can make it through college. I ain't gonna get it twisted. But know what the fuck you doing before you even go to school. And that's the big issue, I think. The big issue.
And look, come to college, because if you don't come to college, I don't have a job. So.
Stay in school, kids.
At what age were you able to start, like, when did the tables turn? Okay, I could whip my big brother ass.
I always knew I could do it, but I just didn't want to deal with the repercussions of it.
That's real. When did the size change though? Like when did you like?
I got tall. He was in college when I got tall.
Nigga.
Oh,
bro.
Cause I got tall literally
He
like
was short forever, bro.
I was short.
Damn.
And then out of nowhere, this nigga 6'4".
That's crazy.
Literally, I got tall like the end of 11th grade going into senior. When I came back to school, I was like, what the fuck?
Man.
Yeah.
Damn, I never hit a growth spurt. That's some bullshit.
Yeah,
That's some bullshit.
it's okay.
Crazy.
Man.
You got a beard,
He
I
said,
don't.
he said that's okay.
Shit
That's
happens.
Okay. He helps my beard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Enhance that.
Yeah, we're working on it. Yeah, I mean, it's fuller than it ever was, but it's a lot of assistance. But so and so is not watching this interview. You're not gonna know that at the club. So, you know what I'm saying? You know.
That boy got an installation.
No, yeah.
Installment.
That boy got an installment beard.
Yo, y'all household had to be crazy growing up. This is crazy. Yo, say something nice to your mom, please.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. You ain't
Hey,
fuck poo. Oh. No, one thing I can say for sure with my mom, and that's why me and him is the way that we is, she always told us, like, whatever you like to do, just don't do it just to do it. She always told us to hustle. Turn that shit into a hustle. If you like doing something, take it serious. And I could definitely say my mom helped me. She helped motivate me to do the shit that I do now, today. Like, even though she stressed me to go to school, which I see the benefits of it now as I'm older. I got a professional side of me. Obviously, I got a resume and shit like that. But when it comes to Barber, she always like, you good. You need to work on this. You need to work on that. You should do this. Go work at that shop. Go do this. So anytime I got a decision to make, I always run it through my mama. You feel me? And she usually tell me what to do and what not to do. But she always was telling me, like, cut them niggas' hair. Cut them boys' hair. Shit, I ain't got to pay for it. You feel me? In reality, it's like I'm trying to save my mom money, but I know what she was doing. She like, go learn that shit. Like, figure it out. Because a lot of people don't get that. Two brothers, younger brothers that you could practice on and shit. You know what I mean? Before you start working on other people. Right. I might have had my first cut on a normal motherfucker, and they would have like, nigga, you fuck my shit up. Fuck. And he might have fucked me up mentally, and I'm like, I can't do this shit. You feel me? So my mom, she really, really motivated me to be a barber and motivated me to take the shit serious and be business savvy. You know what I mean? So without her, I ain't no hustler. So I love my mama. You feel me?
Come on.
Hell yeah.
And you have some. Y'all beefing right now or something?
No, she cool. No, she cool. What was the question? What was the question?
I'm done with you.
Oh, say something nice.
I'm done with you.
Oh, yeah, no, my mama motivates me. She motivates me. I think at the beginning she ain't believe in this shit at first, but as time, she see it now. So you feel me? I think I dropped out. Right. He like, oh, and then I didn't tell her, so she really heard like he on some bullshit.
No, and I think as a parent,
hey, this nigga was mad smart though.
Yeah, I was about to say it was probably a shock because everybody thought I was gonna be the one like go through college.
Like my little brother.
Yeah, go through college because I always had good grades. Cause I ain't pay. I got what's it called?
Scholarship?
Yeah, to BG.
Same.
I wasted it, but I mean, it was for a good cause. But
you can say that it you're right.
Yeah. It's cool. But yeah. So that probably surprised her, like, because everybody thought I was gonna be the one to go to college, have like a, corporate job, whatever. Right. But yeah, I think at first she was like, oh, nah. But then, like, as time went on and she seen I took it serious, she supported me through everything. That's real. So, yeah.
And I think as parents, right, you just be nervous that, okay, is this going to be the right decision for them? That's why I only have a 4-year-old, right? So I don't know a lot, but like that's why I would be. I'm thinking about my parents' mindset. That's why I would be nervous. Okay, is he gonna mess this up for himself? I'm not mad at him, but I want him to, be good in 10, 15, 20 years off this decision.
Yeah, and it was different too, because I ain't take baby steps. I was just doing it. Right. I was about to say, I was just doing it. I'm like, we got to figure this out.
He dived in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I ain't taking no baby steps, so that was probably.
But it's great to hear you say that, because you a process individual. Like, and I'm sure you have your own process too, but like, and so you see how that worked out for you in a beautiful way. Yeah. And then you dive in, immerse yourself is what I'm hearing, right?
I just dive in.
But you also see,
because I know at the end of the day, everything gonna work out.
That worked out for you. Yeah. So different approaches, but they clearly both work for you guys individually.
Facts.
It's a beautiful thing. Well, look, I don't want to take no more of your time, but I appreciate you both, B. Harris. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
And Moolah, Calton, I appreciate you.
Calton gang.
But no, I really appreciate y'all. I look forward to continue seeing y'all success. B, however long you're in Finley, I look forward to having a pristine haircut every trip. I'm talking shit, but I do. But I just want to continue to see y'all to move and groove, live healthy and happy, and bring the little ones up right, and just see y'all thrive, man. So hats off to y'all. Keep going.
Same to you, bro. Appreciate you.
Love. Woo! There it is.